I had a nightmare about Barney. The Thompsons were thrilled when they moved into their new home, a charming old house on the outskirts of town. The spacious rooms and large yard were perfect for their kids, Jenna and Max. While exploring the attic, they found an old TV and a box of Barney VHS tapes. Nostalgic, they decided to watch one that night. As the tape played, the familiar Barney theme song started, but something was wrong. Barney's voice was distorted and eerie, and his usually vibrant purple color looked dark and menacing. The kids were excited, but Mr. and Mrs. Thompson exchanged uneasy glances. When Barney appeared on the screen, his grin was unnaturally wide, and his eyes were dark, hollow voids. "I love you," he sang, but the voice was a low, guttural rasp. The room grew icy cold, and the TV screen flickered ominously. Suddenly, the screen went black, and a loud thud echoed from the attic. Mr. Thompson, flashlight in hand, led his family upstairs to investigate. They found the attic door slightly ajar, the room eerily quiet. Stepping inside, they saw Barney's monstrous form in the corner. His body was twisted and grotesque, with dark, soulless eyes and a malevolent grin. "I love you," he hissed, his voice a deep growl. Before anyone could react, Barney lunged at them. His movements were unnatural, his large, furry arms extending with terrifying speed. Mr. Thompson tried to push his family out of the way, but Barney's claws, sharp and black, slashed through the air. In a frenzy of terror, Mrs. Thompson grabbed the kids and ran for the stairs, but Barney was faster. He cornered them in the hallway, his monstrous grin widening as he blocked their escape. The walls of the house seemed to close in, the air growing colder with each passing second. Barney's claws slashed through the air, and the house echoed with the screams of the Thompsons. Jenna and Max cried out for help as Barney's sharp claws reached for them, his laughter echoing through the darkened rooms. Mr. Thompson tried to fend off the creature, but it was useless against Barney's supernatural strength. One by one, Barney's claws found their marks. The family's desperate cries filled the house as Barney's dark laughter grew louder. He relished each moment, his eyes glowing with dark satisfaction as he twisted and turned, his claws raking through flesh and fabric. The house fell silent, save for the occasional creak of the old floorboards. The TV, still in the attic, flickered back to life, showing Barney's grinning face. "I love you. You love me?" The TV sang in its eerie, distorted voice. When the police arrived the next morning, they found the house abandoned. There were no signs of the Thompsons, just an empty home with a broken TV in the attic. The once charming house was now a place of silent dread, with an unsettling, eerie quiet hanging in the air. And every so often, if you listen closely, you might hear the faint echo of Barney's sinister chant drifting on the wind. "I love you. You love me."